we go. As spawning in the top right hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Finnish Zerg player, the Red Zerg. With Red Zerg representing Basilisk, it is Serral. And spawning in the bottom hand corner, we have the blue Protoss, we have the blue Protoss himself, representing Team Little Fairy, it is Shameless. Este user. Aye, aye, aye. But here we go, we are going to be settling in to game number 2. Let's go. Jumping into game 2. And against Serral, he does have that 1-0 lead. I like how no one responded to him as well. Aye, aye, aye. But see, if you're in the chat predictions, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as you can get your Gamba going, as it is Gamba time. As I wasn't quite able to, of course, get a read on what happened in the first game, outside of the fact that it was a relatively longer game state, I want to say. But we'll see what Shameless has in store for us this time. Again, Shameless, he's a really strong player. He has been growing a lot over the past year. Has been leveling up quite a bit, and it's a bit of a shame that there were some visa issues. For those who don't know, Shameless, he actually qualified for Star Zagora. He did qualify for the event. He was looking very strong, very powerful. But unfortunately, we did see, of course, that he couldn't get his visa sorted in time, and because of that, he had to forfeit his spot. And Geralt is going to be going to Star Zagora in his stead. So it is unfortunate that that did occur. But again, it also shows how good of a form, how strong of a player Shameless is. He's deserving to be a part of this qualifier, to be a part of this match, of course. And we'll see how he compares to Serral. Let's go. Let us go. And so for now, we do have our standard opener out of Shameless. Likewise, hatch gas pull out of Serral. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. Pulls out of gas. Nothing out of the norm. Nothing out of the norm yet. It is going to be a Stargate opener. Shameless, he isn't really one to deviate too much. He is one to just embrace more standard play and go into Stargate, into a third, into +1 Blink Stalker. That's typically how he does approach things. He's not too cheesy of a player. Just isn't how Shameless is. Go the juice. Let's get juiced up. Juice box has been thrown down. Remember to stay hydrated, everyone. Remember to stay hydrated. As behind this Stargate opener here into Oracle, as to be expected. From here into a third base, into +1 Blink Stalker. We could see Shameless deviate and skip his Forge and go into Glaives, or even going to +1 in Charge. Like, there are different ways to go about this, of course. Are different ways. The Gamba. Let's go. As Oracle moves out, so far the Queens are keeping up. They're zoning a Shameless away. Likewise, behind this, so we're getting ready for a Ling run by. Moving in towards the natural. Last Showtime. Sorry, Shameless, he is in position. Showtime? The next Showtime. Shameless, he does pull away. Behind this, as we mentioned, Twilight Council and Forge, standard follow-up here out of Shameless. The follow. Likewise, if they do shade towards them in the lines, they are going to be denied. Nice Eva Chamber look here by Serral. He comes in with a surround. Oh, the Fs are going to be locked down here. They did not get in. They did not get any damage. And nice defense here by Serral. Oracles, they move in. Queens are keeping up. And the Queens will zone away. Shameless, he's unable to dive in. So far, no real damage. He's gotten one drone so far. As he moves out, Lings a counterattack. But thankfully, Shameless is in position. He's in position. He will protect that third. He will maintain himself. Also, I'm looking over at Geralt versus Gabe, and they went into the late game, which, as you know, Geralt has some of the best late game PvT out there. And Geralt, he's taking it to Gabe. Let's go. Like, we've seen Geralt take down players like Cure and take down players like Bjorn. Specifically in the late game. That's where he's at his best. So it looks like that series will continue. Of course, we can't jump into that, as they're only just now opening up their match. But best of luck. Best of luck to Geralt. I'm hoping for the ace match there. And again, if you want to tune into Geralt versus Gabe, do check out Cosmos. Again, much love to Cosmos. He's our boy. Cosmito, Cosmito. I mean, behind this, Shameless working towards Storm. Oh, poking in with the Stalkers. Stalkers do poke in. And we do see Serral just taking up. Serral, like, after the early game defense, he's able to drone up to 3-base saturation, now droning up even harder. We do have a tech on the way, Infestation Pits, in towards Hydra upgrades, in towards Hive Tech, in towards Lurkers as well. So we just see, oh god, as Shameless does wander into the Hydras. That shouldn't have happened. But Serral, he's just securing himself and teching up in towards the Ideal, in towards Hydra Lurker Viper. The Lunkers are on the horizon. Meanwhile, Shameless, he has lost map control. He just lost map control. He's forced back home. He's lacking stasis traps. He does have Storm. He should be okay against this early game, or against this early push. But remember, Serral doesn't really intend to break his opponent. Serral, he's taking up Hive and Lurkers. As we did mention, he's taking up into Lunker tech. Serral, he's looking to max out. He's on 90 workers. He's on 87 probes, or 87 drones. Serral has a booming economy. And Shameless is stuck at home. Shameless, for the time being, he's stuck at home. Now, there is a window in time. There is a window in time before Lurkers that Shameless can try to break Serral. True. He can try to break him before Lurker tech. But that window is closing. That window is closing, and Shameless, I'm sure he's aware of it. He has to get something done across the map. Otherwise, he won't be able to. The other option here, if he fails to make use of this window of opportunity, Fleet Beacon, Skytoss, Stargate, right? Like, if you're not going to be aggressive, if you're not going to break out, then we have to get ready for the late game. So we'll see what Shameless goes for. For now, he's going for a second robo, so he's committing to a ground-based army. Again, welcome to Tokamak. Tokamak, you are secure on 4 bases. Your 4-base setup here is very secure, but it's about more than that. Oh, nice, very nice contamination. Contamination here on the robo. Shameless pushing through the center. The problem with this push, it's too late. Like, the Lurkers are here. The Lunkers have already arrived. We spoke about that window, we spoke about that timing, and Shameless, he has missed it. He's missed that timing. Lings, they catch out the Archon, they catch out the Zealot. Shameless, he rotates over. Rotates over towards the third. As he rotates Serral, he does hit the 4th base of Shameless. Shameless out of position, he has to commit. He's being forced all in. Being forced all in, he has to push into Lurkers. There's the recall. Recalls back to the 3rd, but the 4th base, it's going to go down. There's no saving this. The expansion does fall. Serral racing back. Also, I should say, Serral just chasing Shameless back. Serral is pushing forward. A couple Lurkers do overextend. Nice pick up. Getting a Lurker. Nice storm on the Lings. At the same time, though, it was just a distraction. It was just distracting here. As Serral does push in. Pushing in between the bases towards the natural. Nice storm on the lurkers. Very nice storm. The storms are solid. But the supply just isn't there. The supply is not there. More lurkers. They come in to reinforce. Serral still pushing through. Oof, takes down all the immortals. GG gets called. The army crumbles. And Serral, he will take a 2-0 lead in the series. GG. A very comfortable, very strong showing there by Serral. Again, Serral, he was just able to deal with the early game aggression very nicely. I'm talking about the Adepts and the Oracles. The initial harassment did not do enough damage. It isn't just that it didn't do damage, it wasn't preserved either. Because it wasn't preserved, there was nothing stopping. Oh. There was nothing stopping Serral from just taking on up. And taking out. With that GG well played. Serral, he was able to be so greedy within that follow-up. He was able to just take up, build up, and from there snowballed out of control. GG well played. Serral is now one game away from qualifying for the closed qualifier. Again, Serral is one of those players that is favored to make it through and to maybe even win the entire tournament. Is favored for that. Shameless, here to try to stop it. Let's go. Also have confirmation that Skilless did take down Milky Cow 3-2, went all the way to the ace match. Skilless did claim the series, so GG well played, very well done there by Skilless to claim that series. And that means we only have 2 qualifying matches left. And this is one of them. Let's go. As spawning in the top right hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the Finnish Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Basilisk. Oh, leading the series 2-0. And looking to qualify for the closed qualifier, it is Serral. And spawning in the bottom of the head corner, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Team Little Fairy, down in the series. He's here to start that comeback. The pressure is on. I believe, Fabi, I believe it is Shameless. Let's go, Fabi, let's go. As Shameless, he's down, but he's not out. He's not out, not yet. Now, the problem here when it comes to trying to get a cheeky win against Serral is that, again, Shameless, he isn't really cheesy. Like, Shameless is not really a cheesy player. He's not really hyper-aggressive. He's not like Strange, for example. He's not like a Strange. He's not like a Hero or a Classic that are willing to be more diverse and more varied in their play and go into some crazy aggressive build themselves. Shameless isn't typically like that, but we'll see. That might change here and now. I suppose the Probit does dip in. Lurkers are so good. Lurkers are pretty good. They're pretty good. I mean, again, it's one of those things that we did mention that there was a window in time where you could, where Shameless could have tried to have been more aggressive against Serral, but he missed that window, right? He missed that window. He missed that timing. On top of that, the reason why Serral was able to drone up so quickly and tech up so quickly was because of the Oracles. The Oracles were killed early. The Oracles were caught out, and because of that, there was nothing to really slow Serral down. There was no presence on the map for Shameless. And if you have no pressure, you have no presence, then a Zerg player can just drone up to 90 and do whatever they want. Whether it's taking up into Lurkers or taking up into Ultras, or pick your poison. Player like Serral cannot be left alone to their own devices. But again, this is, I would say, a solid kind of a test of might here for Shameless, and I'm sure also a really good learning experience as well. For those who don't know, Shameless is a very young player. He's like 18/19 years old. He's very young. And again, he's one of the newer faces to the pro scene. He debuted last year, I should say end of 2023, coming into 2024. That's when he first started competing in tournaments, when he hit GM, and he rose through the ranks quite quickly here. I mean, I said before that, hey, he qualified for Stars Agora. He took down some big names to make it through and to qualify. Like, Shameless has been improving a lot. He's part of that, like, next generation of pro gamer. Like, I think of players like Shameless, GG Machine, Eba, Arrowfire. Oh, as the Adepts, they do make it out. They don't get many kills. Nice Sport Tricks out of Serral. Does save his drones. Adepts going to be forced back. Ducklings are forced back. You know, Shameless claiming his third base, opening up with the Oracle. Second Oracle's on the way behind this. As there's that Twilight Council out of our Protoss. A bit of an earlier Twilight Council is what I will say. Gateways are being thrown down, and we'll see if we throw down a Forge. So far, we do have a 4-gate setup. This does look like Glaive Adepts, not like +1 and Blink. No, Adepts, they do shade behind the mineral line. Oracles, they bust in. 1, 2, 3 drone kills. 3 workers going down. And show us that upgrade of choice. What do you have for us? What do you got? Overlord's going to be hunted down. It's going to be a lair first out of Serral. Lings at the third base. Oracle's out of position. They're racing back home. And it is going to be Blink, not Glaives. Meanwhile, the pylon is targeted down. That does target down the pylon. Lings, they pull away. They get 2 probe kills as well, so nice vehicles here by Serral. And likewise, you also saw the setup here. The lack of Forge tells me that this might be a 3-base all-in. We'll see. The longer this goes on without a Forge, the more committed this is going to be. We can throw down 3 gates at home, a proxy 8th gateway across the map, but no, it's just going to be a late Forge, very late here, by Shameless. Ooh. Stalker gets surrounded. Serral, calm down. Gets a Stalker behind us playing safe, going into Roach production. So Ling Roach out of Serral, very safe. He's not cutting corners this time. Remember last game we went Ling into Hydra into Lurker tech. Here he's investing into Roaches. Bearing in mind that Shameless will finish Blink faster than normal. Shameless does move out. He has extra gateways as well. Shaving off some Lings, but Blink is still not yet done. Ooh, 1 Stalker goes down. Baits out the stasis. Stasis is baited. The Lings, they get across the map. Force Shameless back for a moment. Did force him back. More reinforcements on the way. How many gates are we on? 4. Still only 4 gates, by the way. I was expecting to see like a gateway explosion, but no, Shameless is staying on a very tame gateway count, now taking into Storm. He is being aggressive, don't get me wrong, he's applying pressure, but he's not all in. Not all in. Pulls away. Oracles are in position. They will shut down these Lings. Oh, I say that, but the Lings, they just pop off. They shut down the Stalkers instead. Yeah, the Oracles are just not able to support, not as well as they otherwise should. Those are brutal losses here. 8 Stalkers going down. Roaches have been amassing. Hive is on the way. +1 melee. Curious to see if we're going to Ultras from here, as I believe there is no Hydrogen. Ultras are a viable option. Shameless once again getting caught out, splitting out 2 more Stalkers. Behind this massive gateway explosion, no 4th expansion. By this point, there should be a 4th. Remember, Serral, he's getting a 5th. He's getting a 5th base. Shameless doubling down. And it looks like he's setting up for a 3-base all-in. Getting more gateways, getting into Storm. Very committed here. Now, this can succeed, don't get me wrong. Like, bearing in mind that Serral's running. Serral, he's running up to 80. Investing in the Hive, of course. Shameless expands. Never mind. Shameless does expand. A late expansion out of Shameless. Serral still being active. Serral rotating over. Knocking down the Adept. Doesn't quite break into the base. And we spoke about Ultra Survival. There it is. Ultra Caverns on the way. Again, it makes the most sense just because there was no Hydrogen and we had melee upgrades. So Ultras are the most logical kind of follow-up. Ooh, that's a kill on a cancel. Again, Dark used to be really fond of Ultras in ZvP. He would go Mass Ling into Ultra. He'd skip Roaches. He'd get a Roach Warren just in case, but would often just skip Roaches and invest heavily and quickly into Ultras. Serral is getting there a little bit later. It's a bit of like a safer kind of route to Ultra Tech. But Ultras, they do a great job when it comes to tanking storms. They can just tank a bunch of storms to the face and of course mow through those chargelots. You know, we have attempted Sky Toss out of Shameless, but this does feel late. Does feel late. Serral going for the safety Spire to deal with Sky Toss. Ultras are amassing. Serral, he's maxed out. Yeah, so far, oh my god, as that's going to be 16 probes going to be going down. Yeah, 16 workers, brutal losses, a Lingbane coming from behind, can he get hold of the High Templar? Oh! Nice storms. Very nice storms here by Shameless. But that is still brutal losses here for the Protoss. Losing the Nexus. Losing the Mineral Line, ay ay ay. More Banelings rolling in. Oh no! Late reaction! Does pull away. Oh my god, does pull away in time. Still though, 19 workers do go down. Skyjust production has begun, getting into the Tempest, getting into the Mothership. But here come the Ultras. They're ready. Kindness plating is complete. He's got kindness plating. Soon to have Overlord, Ultra Speed as well. It's like metabolic synthesis, something like that. I always forget what it's called. Something like that. Anabolic synthesis. As Ultras do push in, they get on top of the High Templar against Storms. They do nothing against the Ultras. The Ultras, they like the Storms, Pappy. They like them. Oh my god. They collapse on top of the High Templar. 0 Storms left. And now Shameless, he's pinned. He's pinned in the Mineral Line, pinned up against the wall. The Ultras, they move their way through, and there's no way out of this. There's no escaping this. GG, good luck gets called. And Serral, he will take the series 3-0, qualifying for the EWC EU Closed Qualifier. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations, Serral. He will claim the series. He will advance on. My condolences to Shameless. Again, he did a great job making it this far in the qualifier. Shameless, of course, he is the underdog coming into this. Serral is the best Zerg player in the world. You don't get better than Serral. So it was not going to be an easy one, but regardless, GG, well played. Congratulations here, Serral. He will make it through. Shameless, again, best of luck to Shameless in future tournaments, in future events. Big fan of Shameless, and he has been improving as a player quite steadily over the past year, and I'm sure will continue to improve as well. GG, well played. With that, I believe we have our final qualified players. From the top, let's go. From the very top here. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look back yourselves. Again, when it came to the previous game, we saw that Shameless, he was just, unfortunately, he was stuck on a low base count for a really long time. His 4th base was delayed, and he wasn't really able to supplement that with any kind of early aggressive timing. He was applying pressure, but it was only pressure. He was taking up heavily behind it. He delayed his own bases, and Serral was able to get a boosted economy quite quickly as a result. He was just playing safe, defended back at home, and did it well. GG. GG, well played. With that, from the top, we have Serral. Serral, he does take down Shameless 3-0. Does take him down 3-0. Does qualify for the closed qualifier. Lambo, if you recall, Lambo did also take down a Laser 3-0 as well. So Lambo also making it through. So we have Serral, we have Lambo, we have Spirit. Spirit takes down his opponent. I wasn't quite able to confirm who that was. Hold on. Just double checking. Oh, that was Nicaract. Oh, there you go. Nicaract took down Jimmy, and Spirit took down Nicaract in a TVT. Went 3-0 in favor of Spirit. But regardless, a very nice result there by Nicaract to make it that far. Scrolling down, we had Rainer. Rainer, he qualifies over Young Yakov 3-0. Cristiano qualified over Mana 3-2. We had Showtime qualifying over Goblin 3-0, and we had Skilless qualifying over Milky Cat 3-2 as well. Did I gloss over the Gabe score? There it is. There, Gabe over Geralt. We have confirmation. They already wrapped up. Gabe did qualify over Geralt 3-1. There was a bit of a back and forth there. Shout out to Geralt for flexing his late game for that one game, but Gabe does take it in the end. And now we have concluded the European qualifier. There we go. 2 down. 2 down, 1 more to go. Again, for those that are unaware, I do recommend the VODs. We did cast the Asia qualifier earlier today. Now we just wrapped up the European qualifier, and in a couple of hours time, we're going to be live with the Americas qualifier. Let's go. To feature the Latin American players, to feature the Americas players as well, featuring players like Estrella, featuring players like Dolan, Vindicta, Epic. We should be seeing Future alongside them, potentially Scarlet as well. Hype, definitely hype. A lot of the Latin American players, hoping to see some Chem action, hoping to see some maybe Juanito as well, some Davito, some Crown. Definitely looking forward to it. Eric, we'll see if Eric is going to be a part of that. Best of luck. Do hope to see our players take part, but that's going to be in 3 hours, 3 hours time, so we have 3 hours to calm down. Also, I did see that in TikTok someone did ask me, how many eggs did you get? I did get 2 eggs. I did get 2 eggs. It was tasty, baby. It was tasty. To get we were discussing, I did get some noodles, some ramen in between casts, in between Asia and Europe, to get 2 eggs. But with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We are now wrapped up with the first Open Qualifier. Now, if you see a player here that you're a fan of that didn't qualify or didn't show up, like Baby Marine, for example, or like Mana, who barely didn't make it through, some of these other players, then do not worry, because there is another qualifier. Remember, there are 2 qualifiers. 2 Open Qualifiers are available. So in a couple of days' time, we will have, I say a couple of days' time, I believe tomorrow is going to be the second qualifier, so they will have another chance to make it through, to be a part of the main event, of the closed qualifier, I should say. I keep saying main event. But yes, tomorrow in 24 hours, we have a qualifier number 2. So, of course, we're going to be there. Again, we are casting every single qualifier. We're covering the Asia qualifier, the Korean qualifier, the Americas qualifier, and the European qualifier as well. Again, that's what we do here on the CranKy Ducklings. We cast every single qualifier because we cast everything. All things CranKy Ducklings here. If you enjoyed the broadcast, if you want some more CranKy Duckling action, then we got you covered over on the social, or over on YouTube, exclamation YouTube in the chat. We do stream on multiple platforms. We stream on TikTok, we stream on Facebook, we stream on Kick, we stream on YouTube, we stream on Twitch, but YouTube is a place to be for VODs. VOD action is over on YouTube, so check us out on YouTube for that VOD content. It's all going to be there, available to you then and there. Again, because we cast so often, I mean, I don't blame you if you can't watch everything live, so the VODs are the place to be. Bam. As we have a look at our schedule this week, God, I have to laugh when I see this. This is our schedule. Now, usually we cast twice a day. Which is already more than everyone else out there in StarCraft. But for the EWC qualifiers, we're casting like, what, 3-4 times a day at times? Like, it's very intense. It's very jam-packed. I would like to cast more, actually. There is a bit of a scheduling conflict for those who do not know. I believe the Asia closed qualifier is clashing with one of the Korean Open qualifiers. I think it's the second Korean Open qualifier. So there is unfortunately a clashing schedule between some of the EWC qualifiers themselves, which happened last time, by the way. It shouldn't be happening, but it is. I'm shaking my head. So it's unfortunate that there is a little bit of clashing scheduling there. So we do have to pick and choose. The Korea qualifier starts first, then the Asia qualifier is afterwards. We're going to start with the Korean qualifier and then continue with the Asia qualifier. But as you can see here, we have plenty of content here on the channel. We just wrapped up with our Thursday morning broadcast of the European qualifier number 1 at 1 a.m. KST. Then we have the Americas qualifier number 1 at 7 a.m. KST. Then we have, again, Thursday evening, we have the second Asia Open qualifier. Then we have EU qualifier number 2, Americas qualifier number 2, and then Korea qualifier number 1 is going to be there. And that's where you can see the scheduling conflict on Friday. You can see that the Korea qualifier number 1 starts at 6 p.m. KST, and the Asia qualifier starts at 7 p.m. KST, 1 hour later. So we're most likely going to begin with the Korean qualifier And then once we wrap up, again, the Korean qualifier should be a short one. Should be a short qualifier. Once we wrap up with that, then we switch over to the Asia closed qualifier mid-cast or mid-bracket. Again, this has happened before. This happened the last EPT, the last season of EPT. Same thing happened. And we also did the same thing where we started with Korea, and then of course we got into. I think last time we cast like maybe 2 or maybe like 1 Asia qualifying match. It was a shame. Like, I felt really bad that we weren't able to cast more of it, but you know, the schedules did clash. I think it happened last EWC, yeah, last year's EWC qualifiers. Meanwhile, then we have the closed qualifiers for Americas, for Korea, for Europe, all throughout the weekend. We have the May Mayhem. The May Mayhem has been rescheduled. Those are going to be the playoffs. The May Mayhem is going to be featuring players like Clem, MaxPax, Showtime, and Hero. Of course, Clem doesn't have to worry about the qualifiers. MaxPax doesn't have to worry about the qualifiers either. So the May Mayhem has moved to accommodate for the qualifiers and is going to be in between the Europe and Korea qualifier on Sunday. So we have the May Mayhem, and of course we end the entire week with the Korean qualifier on Sunday as well. Now, you might be noticing something here. No GSL casts. GSL is taking place this week, but because we are busy with EWC, we will be casting the GSL qualifiers next week. So we're going to be casting the qualifiers next week. Bear that in mind. Sorry, the qualifiers. We're going to be casting GSL next week. Bear that in mind. We're going to be casting Season 2, Group A and Group B. That's going to be at some time next week. So we have all that scheduled, all that ready. So don't you worry. We will keep you covered there. Also, because of so much EWC, we had to postpone the podcast. So this week, there is no podcast. If you're curious, what is the podcast? That is our weekly podcast, our StarCraft 2 podcast, where we go over all the news, all the tournament results, all the adjacent news, all the interviews, everything, all the player roster changes as well. All things StarCraft we cover during the podcast. That is a weekly talk show, but not this week because we're completely full. But next week we'll have, I guess, like an extended edition where we catch up on 2 weeks worth of news instead of 1 week worth of news. It's going to be a long podcast. There's going to be a lot to go over, especially with all these qualifiers and with DreamHack to talk about as well, and with GSL Season 1, so, and GSL Season 2. So there's going to be a lot to discuss in next week's podcast, because it's going to be 2 weeks worth of news instead of 1 week worth of news. So it's going to be a jam-packed episode. So yeah, consider following us. Again, follow us here on YouTube, or sorry, on Twitch or on YouTube or whichever preferred platform. We also do, again, we also do post whenever we go live on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Join us on Discord. We do post there as well whenever we go live. We also provide benefits to our subscribers over on Discord. We do have replay packs from events that we have permission to share. So we do have replay packs available there for you as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. You can also support us on Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. Our Patreon is designed to fund our tournaments. Bam, you can see them right here for you. We do host 3 events on a regular basis. Duckling Open, Sparkling Tuna Cup, and Masters 1 Open as well. They're all funded via the Patreon. 100% of the money on Patreon goes towards those tournaments, so you can help us fund them, help us grow them, and help us support the players and StarCraft as a result. So you can help us there if you wish. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Again, we're going to be back in 3 hours. We'll be back in 3 hours' time with some more StarCraft. We'll see you then. We'll see you then in 3 hours. Otherwise, stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live? Who is live at the moment? Who can we raid? Who can we send everyone over to? Let's see. Sal. I haven't seen Sal stream in a long time. Sal is live. Who else is live? We'll most likely raid Sal, unless I find someone else. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Oh, I see Bratok is live. Mindo VK is live. Yo, much love to Mindo. Much love. SC2 Fool. Shameless. Oh, Shameless. He was streaming his POV. If Shameless is going to keep laddering, then I might raid Shameless. Just to give him some love for playing and for competing. It's not easy going up against Serral. It's not easy. But with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back in 3 hours' time with some more StarCraft. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks so much for the donation. We don't really get many donations on the channel, I'll be honest. We don't have like a bar with like a donation goal or anything, so donations are quite rare here. But thank you so much. Hinterlist IG. Thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, donations are rare here, so we always appreciate it for the support. Thank you. Here we go. With that, thanks for watching though. With that, thanks for watching. This is support, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao, bye, ciao. See you next time. we'll see you in 3 hours, I should say. Not even see you in 3 hours, or whenever we tickle your fancy, as we're going to be live at all times. So we'll see you next time. Until then, hasta luego, ciao, papi, ciao, hasta luego.